Hey, how's it going? So do you sometimes wonder how you can find your slight edge? Why do you need an edge over others? Well, you really do. So we'll talk about that in a second. But first, my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. I help you create digital courses so you can live your life on your terms. And the reason I bring up this slight edge thing is because I was actually listening to Russell Brunson again. He's full of golden nuggets, full of wisdom. I mean, he's been building a business for a long time. He's been doing online marketing, attraction marketing, personal branding. He's been doing all of that for 20 years maybe. And at least 10 anyways, 10 to 15. I would think, he says 10 years is how long it took for ClickFunnels to grow, right? But I'm guessing he's been doing it for longer than that. When he talks about his potato gun, right? Potato gun that he sold online, his DVD and all that. And he talks about all that. And he talks about his slides. I was listening to his podcast this morning. And in the podcast, he was talking about how every morning he takes supplements, right? And, I thought, well, I take supplements every morning. Wow, that's cool. But anyways, so he was talking about how it gives him, some extra energy after he takes them. I've never really felt that it makes a big difference. But, when I think about it, I know that when I get up in the morning, I'm like, I don't feel like getting up. And then I take those supplements and, I do feel better, right? So I guess it does make a difference, right? And the thing is that your slight edge in your business, in your online world, in your personal branding, in your social media posts, everything. Your slight edge, what does it do? Why do you need a slight edge, right? Well, you gotta be just a tad, just a little bit. You got to do a little bit more. Now, of course, if you do a lot more than anybody else, then that's even better. But you have to be doing at least a tiny little more. And if you can do a tiny little more than everybody else in this area, in that area, in that area, in that area, in that area, that all adds up, right? So even though we talk about the one slight edge, even though I say you got to find the one slight edge or that slight edge, even though I talk about that, I'm not saying if you get a tiny little slight edge on one little thing that you're going to, rule the world, right? Obviously, it's not that simple, right? It's not about having your slight edge for just, one thing. Because, for me, it's like spending time with my family, that's priceless, right? I wish I could do that every single day, but unfortunately I have a job. Unfortunately, there's all these things that happen, right? So what's my slight edge in my personal life, family life? I don't know. I can't really answer that question because to find your slight edge, you kind of have to understand how you're different than others. And unless I take the time to think about it, which that's not the point of this. I'm just saying you need to find that slight edge. Just like me, I know I have a slight edge on building websites, on understanding, social media, on understanding how to grow your audience, on understanding what autoresponder is. I have all these slight edges because I've been learning so much over the last couple of years, over the last 4 years, right? I've been learning. I've been doing these videos every day. I've been doing, there's lots of stuff that I've been doing that I now have a slight edge over others in all these different areas, right? You need to find that slight edge. If you don't have it right now, then it's learning. You got to learn all these different little things, and then you'll have an edge over anybody else who doesn't know these things that you now know. All right? So if you're not sure how to discover and how to learn all these things, of course, reach out to me, let me know. I'd love to help you. I do have a coaching program. I do have the courses that I created that help you learn, how to grow your LinkedIn audience, or how to create a Facebook page and have, thousands, and 23,000 likes in just a day, right? I did that, and I can show you how to do that. I created courses on how to friend people, increase your friends on Facebook like crazy. I think at one point I was getting almost 100 friend requests a day because of these things I was doing. I mean, it all goes down to like whatever it is that you're trying to figure out, and all these pieces that it's really complicated. Yes, it's very complicated. There's a lot of stuff to learn, but you can make it simple by learning one thing at a time, and then you'll figure out what your slight edge is, and you'll know that you have an edge over others. And as you grow your edges, one little edge, another little edge, another little edge, you'll have a huge advantage over those who haven't learned the things that you're learning, the things you're doing, the things you're, building, right? If you're building, like me, I'm building a website, right? So I'm not saying you need to go out and build a website. You can create a blog post, you can create a blog site, you can create an Instagram account, a Facebook account, LinkedIn account, and then grow those, right? And learn the skills to grow your audience. Set up an autoresponder, create capture pages. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do, you can learn, and gives you that slight edge. Of course, health-wise, family-wise, relationship-wise, financial-wise, all these things, you can get slight edges as well by learning the skills to be just slightly, I don't like saying the word better. I just think more knowledgeable, more experienced, wiser than others, right? So just go out there, learn what you need to learn, and get your slight edge. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you think anybody you know needs to hear this message, then please share this video. I'm sure they will appreciate it, and I will too, and we'll see you in the next video. Have yourself a great day.